The National Milk Producers Federation among the ag groups throwing support behind both the supply chain assistance and the climate smart initiatives, NMPF adding that U.S. dairy farmers have been leaders in sustainable agriculture production. A word about all of this spreading quickly at this year's World Dairy Expo in Madison, Wisconsin. That's where Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan is. And Tyne, what are dairy producers' biggest concerns?
Thanks, Clinton. Well, it's really the lingering effects of COVID, from rising input costs to also concerns about labor. All of those costs are adding up, and those are impacting potential profits for dairy farmers this year.
The biggest one that I worry about, though, is inflation, the cost of goods, fertilizer this coming spring, seed, machinery, parts, repairs. Everything is going up, fuel. So we've had a respectable milk price this last year, but inflation is gouging into that.
It's inflation and rising costs weighing on dairies across the country right now.
I would say a lot of farmers, if they've got their cow herd, they're going to try to maintain that and try to work through this period of high grain prices and feed prices and hay prices. So I wouldn't expect it would be a sharp drop by any means, but I would say definitely it's steady to declining is the way I would describe the future cow herd.
Overall cow herd numbers are starting to taper off, backing away from the biggest dairy cow numbers the U.S. has seen since the 1990s.
I say that changing the national herd is like turning an aircraft carrier around in the ocean. It takes 7 miles of open ocean to turn a big ship around, and that's what it's like to drop our herd size. So
a possible relief valve for milk prices, but one that doesn't change the fact dairy margins are facing pressure into next year.
I think volatility is something that dairy producers are used to. I also think it's something that they're probably going to have to live with and stomach for at least the next 12 months.
And Clinton, when you factor in the higher input costs that producers are facing, plus the labor issues, some here fear that it could only expedite the consolidation in the dairy industry. Reporting from the World Dairy Expo here in Madison, Wisconsin, I'm Tyne Morgan.